What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at inform Pogba. He is the 87 rated centre mid, and this is not his first card. Pretty much like we've seen with Salah, he is the same rated as another card, another special. It is his rule breaker, and I think the difference in terms of Pogba compared to Salah is that the rule breaker had dramatic changes. We will have a look at that later on in the video, so stick around for that. If you'd like to like and subscribe, let me know down below. What do you think of him? What do you personally rate Pogba out of 10? Let me know in the comment section below. And like I say, if you want to subscribe with the bell button on and also like this video, let's get into it. So with Pogba, he is the 5-star skiller, 4-star weak foot. I really rate this card. Unfortunately, it is a little bit biased because Man U fan and all that, and I do like him in the game. But I just think he has more of a purpose this year. Last year, I really didn't like him. I thought as he got kind of up in the ratings, he did well. He obviously always has the right animations. He's quite a big player with a bit of skill, little bit of dribbling. The 5-star skills obviously helps. But I think this year he does a lot better. I think realistically the best year with him was FIFA 19. That was just a cracked year for him. Obviously next to Hullet, Vieira, you had a Goretzka, which was like a 94 that was just amazing. He was a top player. And obviously with was it footies or summer heat? I can't remember which version it was. Right at the end of the game, it was a cracking card. This year, I think he's good. Is he quite there yet? No, I think he needs a 90 plus for me to really say this is like potentially even end game card, like a real top tier card. 87 is nice, but I just need him that little bit more because he is an 86 to begin with. His stats still need to grow, and I'm hoping he does see the season out kind of like a really good spell at the moment, because I need him to get a team of the season. I would love to see a team of the season Pogba again. I remember seeing his team of the years for Juventus, and honestly I want that in a Man U card. He will be so expensive, but it's so worth it if you can get a real top rated version of him. In terms of kind of stat wise, we have got the 74 pace, which isn't amazing. It's straight off the bat, it isn't. And it all depends on what you want to do with this card, with what you want to give chemistry style wise. If you want him as kind of a box to box, I think a shadow is probably necessary. If you wanted him more as a centre mid that's kind of more cam related, I think you are looking at the Hunter, because you need that pace upgrade. 67 acceleration isn't amazing to start with. Straight off the bat, it's not. We've got 77 finishing from him, so it will help that a hell of a lot. In terms of passing, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Pretty much most in the 80s, a lot in the high 80s, absolutely fine. I think he's got a cracking little whip on him. And then dribbling wise, if you take off the agility balance, he's got cracking dribbling. He's really good. Good composure, good ball control, decent reactions, and very nice dribbling. I think the agility balance is, I don't even see it too much as a problem, to be honest, because I still find, and you'll see in the clips, his dribbling around people is still absolutely phenomenal. For such a big player at 6'3", I really can't see too many issues with him. And in terms of work rates, high medium, attacking to defensive, and he is right-footed, obviously. A lot of people, obviously, 74% are saying Shadow as that chem style. Then it's Powerhouse, Hunter, Engine, Catalyst, Deadeye. Shadow does well, and I think that is one stat that really you can't miss out on in terms of a centre mid. It gives him 77 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, which is still nice, and 75 defending, turning him into an 87 centre mid, 86 cam, 83 DM. Obviously, you're not going to play him as a complete DM. He's just not that sort of player with this version. If you are going for a DM Pogba, I would definitely recommend his 87, just because of the stat change, which again, we'll have a look later on in the video. If you was to go with a Hunter, go against the curve, you get an 87 cam, 88 centre forward with 89 shooting. Again, 84 pace, it's exactly the same. His finishing goes up to 87, and I really think you can do wonders for him. And it all depends on how you play with him personally. If you are a passing player, someone who can kind of whip the ball in, maybe kind of do some skills, he may even fit as a cam. I don't think he's quite there. I think he is centre mid material 100%. I feel like Bruno is the better player if you was talking Man U players to go as a cam, and then Pogba sitting off him. It depends on the formation as well, but for me, centre mid is where you want him. DM, again, I think Rule Breaker is the way to go for that one. And this one for me is literally slap bang in the middle. So let's get into some gameplay and I'll show you what I mean by it. Like I say with Pogba, big unit. No, not the slowest in the world, but acceleration is a little bit poor. You've got good shooting on him. I think it is decent, especially with like a hunter or something like that. He is good. He's got very nice tricky skills, really nice kind of like dribble when he's kind of keeping the ball up. You'll see that consistently with me. It's kind of like a little new tactic that seems to work really well. Obviously, it is very hard to attack players whilst they're dribbling or juggling as such. I think it's something they will nerf in the game at some point, most definitely. But for now, it's quite a nice little skill to do. In terms of defending, absolutely fine. He's a big unit, so he gets more of the interceptions, more than actual tackles. But you see him just putting his body in front. His passing is exquisite. No problem with that at all. He's got a lovely ball on him. You can see here Pogba versus Pogba. He says, get out the way, Salah. I'm going to take it myself and absolutely smash it. Little scoop turn, and it's one of the favourite ones of mine. I love that kind of like close scoop turn. It works really, really well. And I think again we get something here. Picks the ball up, little kind of skill, get lucky to get away from him. He's just dribbling, another little scoop turn, and he hits the top left of the net. I can't ask for more from a centre mid like that. He picks the ball up and people run because they know he's a unit. He's going to keep the ball with his strength. That's something that obviously he is good at, and he just runs with it. Really, really nice kind of like addition to the squad if you do get him. Do I think he's worth the upgrade from his 86? That's something that I'm not sure. 115 for his 86. You get +2s and +1s. That for me is where the grey area hits, because at the minute he's 520, 585 before rewards. That more than likely will drop. I am praying, absolutely praying to get a red Pogba. That would be so good in the squad. It would link everybody up, everyone would be on 10, and it's just a nice card in general. I've wanted a red Man U player since Bruno, Rashford, Bruno again. Honestly, I need to get a red Pogba in the team. Even a red Salah would be quite nice to go on that right wing, so not asking for much. Red Salah, red Pogba is what it is. But in terms of kind of like what you want other than this card, the Rule Breaker, minus on the pace, on the passing, obviously by quite a bit, a -10. Can you justify that? Because you do get a +15 on his defending. It's the perfect swap for a DM. I think personally for me, I think if you was to go with this card, as you can see, if we just click on it, we are looking at a catalyst, which obviously as an 84 DM, very well balanced. I think it's a hard one because I think this card is great. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a brilliant card, but I don't think it does as much in terms of centre mid to cam wise, and that's where I want him. I could go and get Conte for half this price and he would be 10 times the DM that Pogba is. I think Pogba for me is more attacking. I like him on that attack, big unit. Rather than him sitting back, I'd rather him go forward. And I get why people would like him this version, just because centre mid wise, he does more as such. He goes back more, he goes forward more. But for me, I like him just pushing forward. It's a personal preference, and I think Rule Breaker definitely is better. But I think for me, an 87 in form is cheaper, and I like him more on kind of like his ability going forward, because he's not lost that passing. You have the chance to whack that hunter on and really not worry too much about the defence, because let's face it, he's a unit. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be able to attack people, and he's going to be able to put his body in there. But in terms of links then, or in fact, we'll do generations first, because Pogba is 27, so he's starting in FIFA 12. Obviously, he started at Man U. Bronze CDM 55. It's just mad to think in literally, what, 8-9 years, he's gone from a 55 all the way up to a 90 something, and then back down to an 87. It's just crazy to see. He then made his kind of like debut at Juventus the next year, getting himself a silver in form and a winter refresh as a 77. He then got team of the season, which funnily enough was 87. Then he hit the big leagues, 91 team of the season, team of the year at 93. He then came back to United, got a few informs. He managed to get up to a 93 with literally no team of the season there. He then got Footy's 94, incredible card. Then obviously again got footies at a 95. Last year he got a 95 summer heat, which was just phenomenal. This year we are sitting on 4 cards of Pogba. They've not even hit the rating that he was gold wise last year. That is what I want. I want to get back up to this sort of standard. I want a FUT birthday Pogba. I want a 90 plus Pogba, and that hopefully will come if he does continue, or at least step up his game as such. But in terms of overall for him, I've given him a 10 out of 10. I really do enjoy this card. I think he's a wonderful card to go with. In terms of Man U players, obviously, we've got plenty of Bruno cards, plenty of Rashford cards, and really, Pogba's the next one. Telles, Van der Beek. There's not really a hell of a lot of specials in the game. Martial definitely needs to get something, because then you've got a nice little quad with Rashford, Pogba, Bruno and Martial. Very, very nice. And hopefully Greenwood gets something as well. Kind of like a future star or something like that would be a very, very nice addition to the squad in terms of specials. But in terms of his other nation, which obviously gets his links, France is incredible. We can see the links. We've got Mbappe, we've got Kante, Benzema's not awful. He's not quite FUT champs material, but not awful. And then obviously we've got plenty of other icons and special cards. Varane, Mendy, very, very nice links, and a bit of Ben Yedder coming in there. And I think he's gonna do well. Hopefully we can see more of him. I think he's gonna be a cracking card throughout the year. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Let me know down below, like I said at the start, what rating do you think Pogba is? Let me know down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.